We are once again camping, or not camping, hiking with a long lake trailhead. Try to get a picture of this so you can get a sense of where we are. And just sort of the standard stuff. Sort of we're on the edge of the Indian Peaks Wilderness again. And they're doing maintenance work today. There are helicopters apparently flying around. Delightful. That's about maybe midway through the hike up at Lake Isabel. I'm trying to head up to Pawnee Pass today. It's a 9-mile round trip, about 4.5 miles up and back each. It's if my recollection is a fairly moderate trail. I mean, it's not rugged. Let's put it that way. So here's the very beginning of it. And there are actually empty spots in the parking lot this morning. And I'm not all that early. I don't know what time it is, but maybe 8:30. Here we are at the split in the trail. We came up the trail that's on the north side of Long Lake. And now we're going to head off to the north and west. Going up that way. Looks a little bit more rugged than what I've been on. And then on the way back, we'll take a left here. Pardon me, a right. It'll head down this way, which goes around the south side of Long Lake. So my recollection of this path over here, now mind you, it's been 15 years at least, is that it's a fairly steep and rugged path up to Lake Isabel. And there's a traverse along Lake Isabel, and then it seems to me there's a whole series of somewhat steep switchbacks going up to Georgia Pass. I guess we'll find out how good my recollection is. Well, I've been climbing from the junction down by the west side of Long Lake up towards Lake Isabel. This is the trail type that I've been on, and it's been relatively flat. I mean, there's no such place as flat place in the mountains, but relatively flat. So now this is the trail going forward, which still looks okay, nothing too terrible. And then you look up there. And I'm going to have to zoom in here, see if I can get this. That right there is a waterfall coming down from Lake Isabel. You can just see an orange flag there, which is a landing flag for the helicopters today. So apparently there's a long flat walk followed by some real fun vertical. I don't know how much that is. I'll have to check that when I get home. I'll put a little notation right in here that says what this vertical climb is from about this point on up to Lake Isabel. Not quite to the top yet. Thought you might enjoy seeing this. Yeah, very steep, very rugged. That's the path, believe it or not. And here's the water coming out. It's really pretty. And the mountain along the south side, that cliff there is just incredible. It's gigantic. Anyway, turns out I had a topo map available to me from the lake level down to where I took that last movie. Was that last clip is about 300 feet, vertical feet. This is the trail I've been hiking most recently. We're up above Lake Isabel, I don't know, maybe 150, 200 feet, maybe. The ridge in the distance is the Niwot Ridge, which runs up to North Arapahoe Peak, if I remember correctly. And this whole valley, called the Four Lakes Backcountry Space, which the four lakes are Isabel, Long Lake, Blue Lake, and Mitchell Lake, all lie in these moraine valleys. This particular valley is where Lake Isabel and Long Lake are. As I pan around here, you can see there some really pretty little high ponds here. That ridge right there, on the other side of that is another moraine valley, and that's where Mitchell Lake and Blue Lake are. We continue here. Very rugged hillsides, and there's the trail going forward. I don't know what that big ass rock is, but so somewhere up there, it seems to me it's more to the west, more up in there, is where we're going to be going over. It's a whole series of switchbacks that you have to go back and forth on above timberline. I'll try to get a shot of those if I can later, but I thought this was a pretty little area, so I thought I'd get a quick picture of it. Oh, the vertical from Lake Isabel to Pawnee Pass appears to be about 1,500 feet, so it's quite a climb. Here's a nice stopping point. I thought you might like this view. Part of it's pretty, part of it's ugly, but this is that moraine valley with Niwot Ridge over there. This is a view of Lake Isabel from up above. I don't know what we are, 500 feet above it now. And we look off in the distance here. Oops. Hard time seeing. Let's see if I can grab this. If I have my aiming right, not sure if I've got it right or not. Somewhere in there is the upper reaches of Long Lake. This is the trail I just came up, and it is very special. Traversed across that rock fall. That was interesting. You can see a trail down here alongside the lake, which I think is the trail that goes up to Isabel Glacier. That goes around the lake and goes up to Isabel Glacier. So we are just at tree line right now. We're just starting to get the flag trees. You can see one here. Nice example of one. Oops, sorry. Nice example one. And more up here. Somewhat tortured existence. And we are headed up. I am headed up there someplace. Still can't see it. A little ptarmigan decided to visit us. Well, it just got high enough that we can see off to the eastern plains here. Quite pretty. Few holdouts for trees up here. I don't know where we're at. Probably 11.5, something like that. Really pretty, as usual. And I also decided that this is a remarkably bad place to trip and fall. It's a long ways down, several hundred feet. A few trees to try to catch, but I wouldn't want to be the one trying to do it. There's a path came up. I hear a dog barking. He's having fun. I feel all I ever do is go, oh my God, look at how beautiful this is. But, oh my God, look at how beautiful this is. Just saw a pika, or pika, depending on how we pronounce it. Tried to get a shot, don't know if I got it or not. Hopefully. But very, very, very high mountain area here. It's very quiet. You can hear the occasional pika, you can hear a few bugs, and you can hear the water running down. Even though it's the 1st of September, well, it's not the 1st, it's whatever, it's the 6th of September. Still have a few snowfields hanging out. Hope that's in the viewfinder. Nothing dramatic, but we are in the vicinity of Isabel Glacier. If we happen to get a view of it, I will snap it. And there are some of the Indian peaks. Just pretty rugged. Oh, that's our goal, right there. That we're going to be hiking up that slope. It's about another 750 vertical feet from here. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time or not. I hope I do. We'll see. Getting close to turnaround point, I'm afraid. We're at a flat area just before the switchbacks leading up to Pawnee Pass. And I thought I'd give you a nice little panorama here. That snowfield, I don't know if that's a glacier or not. It's just directly south of Isabel Glacier, so I'll try to look it up when I come back. If it has any meaning, I will put it in as a notation somewhere in there. So here is the climb. I don't know, it's 5 till 1. I set 1 o'clock as my turnaround time. That having been said, it's blue to the north and to the west. It's stormy to the south and east-ish. My temptation is to keep going. But I'll reevaluate on a regular basis and we'll see how it goes. Certainly it's pretty up here, even though I can hear a jet. Right now, it's still pretty. Lots of people around. They're very reclusive. It's hard to catch them. Probably not 5 minutes has gone by since the last video clip. And hiked maybe, I don't know, 500 feet from down there, over there actually, and stopped to reevaluate, and I am completely uncertain. I seem to feel a slight breeze coming towards me from the storm, but I suspect that's outflow from the convection of the rain. If you look over at the rainfall there, it seems to be moving away from us. pretty hard to tell. No, there are clouds directly to my west. See if I can get this. Not that you'll be able to see them move, but those clouds right there. Oops. Sorry, a little unsteady on my feet. Those clouds right there, you can see them drifting ever so slightly to the north. And to me, that says get out of Dodge. So, I thought this was really cute. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Right there. A little tiny chimney rock. Right there, right above the ice field there. It's a little chimney rock. That's kind of cute. So, I think I need to rethink how I managed to get up to these day hikes. Maybe I need to start coming up the day before or something like that. There we go. Because that's my goal right there. And, you know, with 45 minutes, I could get up that pretty easily. But I just don't feel comfortable staying here. You know, clouds are moving in, and I'm very, very exposed up here. And we'll be exposed for probably at least an hour hiking down. And don't want to get caught in a rainstorm, or not a rainstorm. Rainstorm's fine. Thunderstorm, not so much. We have a family story about we got caught in a thunderstorm up at Lake Isabel. We had a Doberman Pinscher at the time, and we were running from Lake Isabel down to the trailhead at Long Lake, and lightning was striking the hillside around us as we were running down. It was terrifying. I was young. I was probably 12 or 13, I suppose. And we got back to the car. We were just absolutely drenched. And, you know, 3 kids, 2 parents, and a Doberman Pinscher. My mom looked at my dad and said, you know, I think we should consider getting a trailer. And I'll tell you, we rented a trailer soon after that, and that ended up being our mode of camping for the rest of my childhood, except when I backpacked by myself or with my friends. And it was a great way to travel with the family. We did a tremendous amount of travel in that trailer. We went to New York, across the northern United States, went down the eastern seaboard to Miami, drove back across the southern United States, drove to Alaska and back twice. Once when I was 15 and once when I was 17, I guess. It took 6 weeks each time. So we got to put a lot of miles on that thing. That doesn't count things like going to California or going up to Washington State to see family, or going to Mexico to goof off. So, all right, that's it. Unless I see something particularly notable, this is the end of the entries for this trip.